राहुल भाई कर रहा था।
রনি ভাই কি অবস্থা?
क्या हाल चाल है भाई?
ওই তো ভালো, আপনার? হ্যালো ভাই, কথা শোনা যায়?
स्टार्ट करें।
ভাই আমার কথা শোনা যায়? হ্যালো হ্যালো
मेहदी भाई स्टार्ट करें।
ভাই আমার কথা শোনা যায়? হুম, দূর রাস্তার ময়না।
Really in his elements yet, but Leighton Dash has been absolutely supreme with his shots. As I said, too bad at delivery, seriously. Diving over, just did not time his dive properly. Shami Iqbal content to push and nudge, get the singles through. Liton Das more aggressive. Complement each other very well, these two. The left-right combination, bit of a concern at times for the bowlers to change their angles of attack. In your bowling days, Pish always talked about pace bowlers hunting in pairs. Even if your partner at the other end is not taking a wicket, you'd expect him to at least try and soften up the batsman for you, or you doing that for him. Make it more consistent. That's what Mayers has to do, insist. Bowl tightly, at least not give away freebies.
That'll be definitely on his mind. Whether he can execute is the key thing. Can he touch the ball down a foot outside off stump and then take it back onto off stump? Can't bowl short and wide. Not that it was intentionally delivered there, so it's about having the ability to execute the control.
Yeah, maybe try to bowl it a shade wider. In the process, bowled it short and wide, and handed a gift to Liton Das, who is not going to miss out on those opportunities. Another IPDC 4, pressure on the bowler.
Seeing Hakeem Hussain get an early go. He does hold the new ball in T20 cricket, 26 without loss.
ভাই ভালো মানুষ আর খারাপ মানুষ মাপার কোনো মাপকাঠি নাই।
কি যে বলেন ভাই, আরএফএল ওয়িং স্কেলস ব্যবহার করে, সে কি মাপে কম বেশি করে?
দোয়া করবেন ভাই, এই বিশ্বাসটাই যেন ধরে রাখতে পারি। আরএফএল ডিজিটাল ওয়িং স্কেলে ব্যবহার হয় সর্বোচ্চ মানসম্পন্ন লোড সেল, তাই ওজন দেয় নির্ভুল। আরএফএল ডিজিটাল ওয়িং স্কেল, আস্থার মাপকাঠি। আমন্ড, কিসমিস আর পাপরিকার এক্সাইটিং ব্লেন্ডে রুচি প্রিমিয়াম মিক্স চানাচুর, নিউ টেস্ট অফ দ্য টাউন।
Another 123 to get. Leg slip still in place. Go again. A little bit of swing. Joseph working away on that straight line, looking to hit the pads.
Sensible bowling, useful bowling. He's seen the batsman being a little susceptible to that line. He's persisted with attacking in that zone, and it might just pay off because it looked very awkward. Shami Iqbal in trying to negotiate those deliveries. Got to try and find a better way of trying to play those balls.
Shamin, there was a list we showed in the first innings of players who are not here. I think there are a couple of additions that needed to be made to the list. Not for one-day cricket only. Of course, you're talking Jason Holder, players missing in action, number of matches, Ed Meyer. Carlos Brathwaite hasn't played for a while. He's playing in the Big Bash League and is doing quite well. I think for the Sydney Sixers. Other players is O'Shane Thomas is an interesting name that hasn't been mentioned in any of the discussions leading up to this tour. I don't know what the situation is there. Andre Russell is one who sometimes floats in and out of West Indies squads. Sunil Narine, it's hard to read where he is at. So what I'm saying is that there's a lot of first choice talent that could make a good package.
Yeah, reading out those names, wonderful names, wonderful numbers. You know, just the figures that we saw with the batters, so many runs, wicket-wise. O'Shane Thomas, big guy, strong, sturdy, bowler and seen him in action. Of course, unfortunate but true that they're not here. But hopefully it is going to be rectified. And sooner than later, the full-strength West Indies team are going to come and entertain the world like they've done for many, many years.
One thing I caution the guys, the few that I speak to, folks, the one thing as I look into our camera, yes, bubble life is hard, Shah. It's hard. It's hard for multiple sporting codes. In basketball, in football, in NFL. But just remember, there are hundreds of thousands of people who have lost their jobs, would give their right hand and foot to spend 2 weeks in quarantine to be able to earn a living to feed their family. Just remember that. So I understand why guys are not here. It's a nuanced discussion in the test matches we'll get into it. 27 without loss.
এলো দারুণ মশলাগুলোর এক্সাইটিং মিশ্রণে তৈরি ম্যাগি মশালা ব্লাস্ট।
লাইফে ব্লাস্ট 2 মিনিট জ্যাম
ম্যাগি খুশি রেসিপি
ফ্রম নেসলে। চলছে বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিব কুইজ, 100 দিনে 10,000 বিজয়ী, প্রতিদিন 5টি স্মার্টফোন ও 10,000 জিবি ডেটা, গ্র্যান্ড প্রাইজ 100টি ল্যাপটপ। অংশ নিতে ভিজিট করুন mujib100.gov.bd অথবা quiz.prio.com।
Steady start for Bangladesh, chasing the 149 required for a win. Two different kind of approaches. Liton Dash has hawked most of the runs, have got most of the runs. Tamim Iqbal still struggling a little bit with the shot making, but once he gets settled in, oh, watch out. Tamim in difficult circumstances in the first ODIs, scored 40 odd. And today, batting conditions more conducive towards his style of play. I'm sure sooner than later he's going to just show us his array of strokes that can be ominous for the West Indies bowlers. As expected, Bish Akil Hussain comes up. Success from the previous game. Extraordinary bowling, I must say. And see how he adjusts. We talked about that in the batting innings of the West Indies, how he bowls. Does he take a leaf out of the approach of Shakib Al Hasan? Because the conditions today are a little different from a couple of days back.
No one should expect him to get the same effect off the surface. It's totally different in the way that the surface is played. There's not as much spin. What you will see perhaps is the arm ball drifting away from the left-hander at some point.
What is this? It's new. It's new. It's new. Oh.
But he has to be more consistent under the gaze of those in the ground.
That line, I think, has to be a little more tighter. Coming in from outside the off stump of the left-handed batters. Don't allow them to play the ball with the turn. There is a little bit of nip he's been able to achieve.
Done. Ray, you see that time, Ray?
You can see in that delivery, Bish, that he's not really trying to give the ball a lot of air, knowing and understanding the situation of the wicket. He's trying to zip it through. Just the variations of the lines and lengths. Good to see.
It might have been the arm ball that he tried to drift away. He did get Liton Das, I think, in the first game with one that pitched middle and hit off. I don't think you'll see that much spin today.
Just tucks it away. Maybe an opportunity missed early. Liton Das normally very, very adept around his legs. He's a very wristy player. Open spaces in the deep. There's just a deep backward square leg. No other boundary riders basically in this power play on the onside. Take a bail and he's gone. The finger's gone up. Well, is he going to take a review, having a little bit of a chat with his partner? And he has.
Copy that. Original edition is out. Tata Petro director, we have a review for leg before. Original edition is out. It's a fair delivery. Start from front on distribution, please. It's very close. Just confirmation. Give me altize, please. Yeah. Just for confirmation. Roll forward. I'm satisfied. No bat involved. Clear gap between bat and ball. So ball tracking, please, when you're ready. Pitch in line, impact in line. Wicket hitting. Back to on field. Kaji, stay your original decision. I will let you know when you're on screen now.
There you go, an excellent decision by Ghazi Sohail. Immediately he put the finger up and what delight. Excellent. He's looking a little threatening, Liton Das was, but he's got to take that long walk back.
Yeah, the ball hasn't spun. It's just slid on in comparison to the first game where he got one to grip on Liton Das. That's an excellent decision. The umpiring on that occasion must be commendable to judge line and height. We don't often give the umpires enough praise. Nor Akil Hussain. Brilliant. Good bowling change as well. Liton Das goes for 22, 30 for 1.
দাদু, তোমাকে এবার বড় একটা ব্যাংক দিব।
অ্যাকাউন্টটা কার নামে হবে? আমার নামে।
সিটি ব্যাংক, 3 প্রজন্ম ধরে আপনার ভরসার ব্যাংক।
Shanto with that number 3 position again, where Bangladesh are hoping that he will prosper. Short leg in place. Nader Ali Khan would be happy.
boy.
Najmul Hossain Shanto didn't have a good first outing in the ODI. Completes over number 6, 30 for 1.
আর ধরে রাখতে পারছি না, একটু তাড়াতাড়ি করবা?
আর 2 মিনিট।
এটা কি করলে তুমি?
এক্সপার্টদের কাজ এক্সপার্ট দিয়ে করাই ভালো। এই নিন এক্সপার্ট স্ক্রু ড্রাইভার। এক্সপার্ট হার্ডওয়্যার টুলস, যন্ত্র অনেক, মন্ত্র একটাই।
কলেজ নড়লে ক্লাস করবি কেমনে?
দেশ জুড়ে শিক্ষার আলো পৌঁছে দেওয়া চাইলেই সম্ভব। বিস্তৃত 4G নেটওয়ার্ক নিয়ে পাশে আছি আমরা, গ্রামীণ ফোন।
Bangladesh have lost the wicket of Liton Das for 22. Same bowler who got him in the first ODI. Going to be Alzari Joseph now. Oh, that was almost squaring up Tamim Iqbal. Just managed to fend it off. Have a look at the 2 dismissals from the first ODI. That the ball from leg stump to off stump beating. And this one going with the arm. Kept on going, did not turn. 2 different deliveries, but 2 very similar results with the same person. Excellent bowling. Tamim still very comfortable. That's better. He's got the meaty part of the bat. Despite the fact that didn't get a run for it, he'll feel much more at ease with that shot. Bit of a rebuilding process after a fall of any wicket for that matter. There will be some butterflies in the stomach of the new man in at the other end now. Strikers end. This is a repetition, virtually having replays of all these deliveries by Alzarri Joseph to Tamim Iqbal.
I mean, that delivery there is worth seeing again. I mean, it's a stretch saying had he missed, because these guys are so good that they can take deliveries off the stumps, but that is as good as Alzarri Joseph would have hoped to serve up. Oh, mercy. It was interesting, Shamim, watching Tamim play his last delivery and watching Shanto play a very similar delivery. Shanto in better shape and playing the ball back down the track. Whereas because Tamim locks off his right side, he ends up playing it to square leg. Shanto right back down the pitch.
Yeah, it's more, he's showing the full face of the bat rather than closing the face, toppling over as such, as you mentioned. Better ways to negotiate Alzarri Joseph, who's been so very accurate. He had that little help from overhead condition, just a little dip in, a little shape in. Batsman would have been in a whole lot of trouble. Even conditions favoring the batsman, this is excellent bowling.
Now he plays a short ball.
That is the completion of the 7th over. It's 31 for 1.
যে কোনো সময় যে কোনো জায়গায় ব্যাংক থেকে বিকাশে অ্যাড মানি করুন কোনো খরচ ছাড়াই। দেশের সবচেয়ে বেশি সংখ্যক ব্যাংক থেকে নিমেষে টাকা আনুন বিকাশে।
এমন সুইট মানুষদের জন্য ট্রিট হোক প্রতিদিন পিওর মিল্ক আর রিয়েল চকলেটের সুইটনেস মুখে থাকুক সারাক্ষণ। ট্রিট ইউ ডিজার্ভ।
It's been an impressive bowling performance, and to say that from the West Indies. Yes, it's 31 for 1 for Bangladesh in 7 overs, but it's not been an easy going for them. And this left arm spinner, Sheel Hossain, has impressed. Got to say, in the last 2 games, he's been a standout impressive bowler. Got to re-bowl that. How would you assess his performance at Mazhar?
Growing in confidence after this first game. Looking better. He will look better the more he plays. Again, much better line here. Set off stump. I mean, Iqbal walked back really well. Very quick.
Work with him, boys. Same energy, yeah? Great.
Yeah, of course, he's been pulling a very tight line and length. And to see Tamim is also standing slightly behind on the leg stump. Usually he's standing in leg stump or a leg and middle guard, but he knows there's a slip, there's a forward short leg for the left arm spinner. He's allowing the ball to come into the left-hander. He's just on his leg stump. And as a bowler, you can actually see the 3 stumps well enough. Got to re-bowl that. It's just getting tempted by the view of the 3 stumps in front of him. good bowling. He's just changed his line there. Akhil Hussain, first ball as well, was a wide.
Okay, Keely, keep going with it, Keely. Come on here, boys.
Oh, 2 dot balls and another wide.
We'll have a priority security guard.
He knows he's been cautiously negotiated at the moment.
Oh! Working, Keely. Working, Keely. Keep working with him, boys. Come on now, fellas. This is good. Yeah, man. Come on. Down.
Excellent. This is good stuff.
Working, Keely. Come on, Keely. Work with him, boys.
I think he's also targeting those foot marks created just outside the off-stump line. You can see those areas as well, trying to get the extra purchase from the wicket. Getting a little bit of turn now.
Down, Bonner.
Very, very good over. Just those 2 wides. Otherwise, it's a very impressive over. 33 for 1.
রোজ ভাত
তেল পেঁয়াজ আর ভাতের সাথে মিলে ম্যাজিক্যালি তৈরি করবে ফ্রাইড রাইস। এলো ম্যাগি ফুজিয়ান ফ্রাইড রাইস সিজনিং মিক্স।
What a surprise! ছিল ভাত হলো ফ্রাইড রাইস।
ম্যাগি ফুজিয়ান ফ্রাইড রাইস সিজনিং মিক্স, চাইলেই ভাত হবে ফ্রাইড রাইস।
Nestle, good food, good life. বেশি ইন্টারনেটে এখন হবে বেশি বেশি অনলাইন ক্লাস। 129 টাকায় 11 জিবি আর 114
And for 13 in his 4 starts his 5th over. The line that he's bowled to left-handers today, Alzari Joseph. Ball now